Hello, friends. Today we're diving into a video that could truly change the way you see coins forever. What if I told you that an ordinary-looking coin in your pocket, your drawer, or your old collection could actually be worth millions today? Yes, these rare Susan B. Anthony dollars. The 1979p, the 1979D, and the 1980D carry secrets of unimaginable value. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at your change the same way again. So stay with me till the very end, because the story I'm about to share could open the door to a fortune waiting right in your hands. The first up, the story of the 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony $1 coin is one of mystery, history, and incredible hidden fortune. At first glance, this coin might appear ordinary, a small silver-colored dollar minted at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was experimenting with modernizing its coinage. But beneath its surface lies a treasure waiting to be discovered. Collectors around the world whisper about this coin's rare variations, stunning mint state conditions, and hidden potential. If you happen to hold one, you could be in possession of a coin that transforms your life overnight. When the Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced in 1979, it was meant to replace the bulky Eisenhower dollar. However, its smaller size and similarity to the quarter created confusion, leading to lukewarm acceptance by the public. By 1980, the Denver Mint produced millions of these coins, but among them, a handful emerged with characteristics that today make them treasures beyond imagination. It is these rare survivors that have the power to turn an ordinary collector into a millionaire. The 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar represents more than just money. It's a piece of history tied to the story of Susan B. Anthony herself, a fearless advocate for women's rights and equality. Holding this coin is like holding a symbol of change and courage. But what makes it truly extraordinary is when it appears in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors and grading experts place immense value on flawless coins, the ones that survive without scratches, wear, or damage. In such condition, the 1980 D can command breathtaking prices in today's market. Imagine for a moment finding one of these coins tucked away in a forgotten coin jar or hidden in a family collection. While most examples may only carry small premiums, a perfectly preserved, high-grade piece can skyrocket in value. We are talking about unimaginable sums, coins selling for hundreds of thousands, even millions, because their rarity and condition combine to create unstoppable demand. It is this thrilling possibility that makes the 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar so exciting for both new collectors and seasoned investors. The market for rare U.S. coins thrives on scarcity, beauty, and story. The 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar checks all of those boxes. Its scarcity in top grades makes it a target for high-end auctions where wealthy collectors compete fiercely. When such a coin surfaces, bidding wars erupt, driving the price far beyond what most people could ever dream a single dollar could be worth. It's these dramatic auction results that fuel the legend, the belief that somewhere out there, another example is waiting to be found by someone just like you. What's even more astonishing is the emotional connection this coin carries. Unlike many old coins that have faded into history, the Susan B. Anthony dollar still feels modern, still feels relevant. It bridges the gap between everyday money and a rare collectible fortune. And that makes it even more dangerous to overlook. Many people have spent these coins without realizing they could have held a golden ticket in their hands. That one mistake, passing it off at face value, has cost people fortunes. Now imagine the power of finding one in your possession today. That small silver-toned dollar with its D mint mark proudly stamped could be your passport to wealth. Its value doesn't just lie in its age or rarity, but in the condition it has survived in. A flawless coin tells a story that was protected, cherished, or simply lucky enough to escape the harsh hands of circulation. And such a story is exactly what collectors will pay unimaginable sums to own. This is why you must never underestimate the power of the coins in your pocket. The 1980 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar teaches us that fortune hides in the smallest places, waiting to be recognized. It is a coin that proves wealth isn't always earned through years of labor. Sometimes it's discovered in the quiet clink of forgotten change. If you hold one, especially in mint state condition, you may very well be holding the key to a life-changing moment, the kind of discovery that transforms ordinary people into overnight millionaires. So the next time you come across a Susan B. Anthony dollar, stop and look closer. Study its mint mark, its shine, and its condition. Because if fate has placed a rare 1980 D in your hands, you're not just holding a coin. You are holding history, power, and unimaginable fortune in the palm of your hand. Don't let it slip away at face value. It could be the very treasure that changes your fortune forever. The second up. The year 1979 was a landmark in U.S. coinage history, and at the heart of it was the Susan B. Anthony $1 coin. This coin was revolutionary, not only because it was the first U.S. dollar coin to feature a real historical woman, but also because it symbolized progress, strength, and change. The Denver Mint mark with its proud D mint mark struck millions of these coins, but among them lie rare examples so valuable that they can transform their owner's fortune overnight. The 1979 D may seem like just another coin, but in reality, it holds the potential of being worth millions in today's booming collector's market. From the moment the Susan B. Anthony dollar was released, it carried controversy and curiosity. Smaller than the Eisenhower dollar that came before it, its size and color often confused people, as it looked too much like a quarter. But what the public dismissed became a hidden opportunity for collectors. Within the 1979 D issue, certain coins, particularly those that survived in pristine, untouched condition, have now grown into treasures of unimaginable value. These rare survivors, shining with sharp detail and flawless surfaces, are what collectors dream of finding. What makes the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar so fascinating is not only its scarcity and top condition, but also its symbolism. Susan B. Anthony was a fearless fighter for women's rights, a voice that refused to be silenced. Having her image on this coin was monumental, and owning such a piece is like holding a small piece of history in your palm. Combine that with rarity and minting perfection, and you have a recipe for a coin that commands staggering sums at auction, amounts that can run into the millions. Imagine for a moment finding one of these coins in a forgotten box, tucked away by a parent or grandparent decades ago. At first, it might look ordinary, just another small dollar coin with an eagle landing on the moon on the reverse. But then you notice its shine, its perfect surfaces, its deep mint mark showing its origin from the Denver Mint. If untouched by circulation, this simple-looking dollar can suddenly turn into a prize worth more than most people's homes, a discovery that could make you a millionaire overnight. The value of the 1979 D isn't just about age or mintage numbers. It's about condition, rarity, and the intensity of collector demand. While average circulated examples may still trade at face value, those rare flawless coins graded at the highest levels have reached unimaginable prices in the market. When such coins appear at major auctions, the room comes alive with fierce competition. Collectors know they are battling for more than metal. They are fighting for a piece of American history, a coin whose story bridges both numismatic passion and social progress. The beauty of the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony dollar is also in its unpredictability. Many people still overlook it, assuming it has little value because of its common reputation. But hidden among the millions are coins that defy that assumption, coins so perfect that they stand apart as treasures. These discoveries remind us of a powerful truth. Fortune hides in plain sight. It could be sitting in your old coin jar, your wallet, or your family's keepsake box, waiting for the right eyes to recognize it. Think about the power of this possibility. You could stumble across one in everyday life, maybe as pocket change or from an old roll of coins at the bank. The thrill of uncovering a 1979 D in million-dollar condition is not just about money. It's about experiencing the magic of history and luck colliding. That feeling, that sudden realization that a coin in your hand could buy you houses, cars, or complete financial freedom is what makes a hunt so irresistible for collectors everywhere. And so, the 1979 D Susan B. Anthony $1 coin continues to fascinate, inspire, and astonish. It is more than a piece of metal. It is a symbol of progress, a slice of history, and potentially the key to unimaginable wealth. Every time one of these coins comes up in conversation or at an auction, it reignites a dream that anyone, anywhere, could discover the next $1 million piece. This dream fuels a collector's market and ensures that the legend of the 1979 D. Susan B. Anthony dollar will never fade. So the next time you see a Susan B. Anthony dollar, don't dismiss it. Hold it up, examine the mint mark, check it shine, and imagine the story it could tell. If fate places the right 1979 D in your hands, you are not just holding a dollar. You are holding history, wealth, and the power to change your fortune overnight. Don't let it slip away at face value, for this one coin has a potential to rewrite your life forever. The third up, when we talk about coins that change the history of American money, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 instantly comes to mind, and among them, the coin minted at Philadelphia, proudly bearing the P Mint mark, holds a very special place. At first glance, it may seem like nothing more than a small, silver-colored dollar coin, but hidden beneath its simple design is a story of courage, history, and unimaginable value. For some collectors, this coin isn't just worth $1. It's fetched millions in auctions, rewriting the destiny of those lucky enough to discover one in flawless condition. The year 1979 was a turning point. America introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar to honor a woman who fought relentlessly for equality and justice. For the first time in U.S. history, a real woman's portrait appeared on circulating currency. That alone gave the coin historical importance. But the Philadelphia Mint struck these coins in massive numbers, making most people assume they were common and unremarkable. Yet within those millions lies a secret. A handful of coins so rare, so pristine, or struck with unique minting quirks that they're today worth more than anyone could have imagined back then. The 1979 P stands out because it was the first of its kind. Collectors prize first issues, and when they survive in gem condition, their value can explode. Think of holding one in your hand. Susan B. Anthony's stern yet inspiring portrait staring back, the edge still sharp and unmarked, the details of Liberty's eagle landing on the moon perfectly crisp. That isn't just a coin. That is history frozen in time. And to the right buyer, it's a treasure worth millions. Now imagine stumbling across such a coin in an old box or handed to you in change decades ago. You might brush it off, thinking it's just another odd little dollar no one really uses anymore. But then you notice the Philadelphia P Mint mark. You see it shine, and you realize there are no scratches, no signs of wear. Suddenly, you aren't holding a single dollar. You're holding the possibility of a life-changing fortune. This is how ordinary people, without even knowing it, have stumbled into extraordinary wealth. Collectors love the 1979 P because it's more than rare metal. It's a coin tied to a movement. Susan B. Anthony herself was a fighter who gave her entire life to the cause of women's rights. Having her on a coin was revolutionary, and that emotional significance has never faded. People don't just want this coin for its rarity. They crave it because it represents justice, equality, and progress. And when you mix emotion with scarcity, the value doesn't just rise, it skyrockets. At major auctions, when a pristine 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar appears, the room electrifies. Collectors know they're bidding on more than silver-colored copper nickel. They're competing for a story, a symbol, a piece of history that can't be replaced. Prices soar beyond what experts predict, leaving jaws dropped as a coin once dismissed as ordinary sells for millions. This unpredictability is what makes coin collecting so thrilling. You never know when history and fortune will collide in the palm of your hand. The beauty of the 1979 P. Susan B. Anthony dollar is that it could still be hiding anywhere. It's not locked away in museums, not only in the hands of elite collectors. It could be sitting in your drawer, resting in a jar of coins, or tucked inside an envelope of forgotten change. That's what makes this story so powerful. The dream that a single coin in your possession could change your life overnight is what drives treasure hunters and collectors alike to keep searching. Think about it. A coin the size of a quarter, dismissed by the public decades ago, now holds the power to buy homes, pay debts, and give financial freedom. The idea that such fortune can come from something so small is nothing short of magical. It's proof that history rewards those who pay attention, and that wealth often hides in the most ordinary places. For those who recognize the significance of the 1979 P in perfect condition. That little coin becomes a golden ticket to a brighter future. So, friends, the next time you come across a Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, don't pass it by. Look closely. Check for that P mint mark. Study its condition and imagine the possibility. Because if fate places the right 1979 P in your hand, you're not just holding a dollar. You're holding history, power, and perhaps even millions of dollars in value. Don't underestimate it. Don't spend it away. For this coin could be the key that unlocks the fortune you've been dreaming of all your life.